Well, guys, we're ready to hop on the Rift for game number 1. DRX, 하나, 둘, 셋.
DRX, fighting!
I'm Life Esports, 하나, 둘, 셋.
I'm Life Esports, fighting! Woo!
Yay!
미니언 생성까지
Little invade action.
This is gonna stick with the accent.
And Rascal, he's over here spotting the counter ward party.
Didn't go lethal tempo, so isn't really going to have the same level 1. I truly do not care energy that I love to see with Jax, where you just walk into Doran and Peanut and it's like, I'm here. What are you going to do about it? And the answer is nothing, because you're lethal tempo Jax level 1. Not going to be the case, unless... I feel like with Grasp, it really doesn't carry the same weight. The Light actually backed, picked up a ward. Did take it, though, which is horrifying. Doesn't get the maximum amount of gold.
And Sponge is clearing the blue on a ward himself, so they know exactly where he's starting.
I don't love second wind in a lane against Cassante. I just don't feel like that's necessary.
Hey, he might be taking a lot of Qs, though. You know, melee versus melee.
Yeah, but...
In terms of, like, the all-ins, it's not.
Think of the conditioning value.
Also that.
It's so good.
Conditioning would be nice. Conditioning, overgrowth. He didn't go in flinching, right?
No, he did go overgrowth, which is why.
Nice.
I love just cute little combo. It's just good. Zeka, not having the best of time. It is Karma, so this is definitely what is supposed to happen. Yeo going for Airy, as opposed to the common that we've seen a lot of as well. And Zeka, he's not one of those fancy newfangled tank Azir guys. This is classic Azir.
I do damage.
Yes.
Grasp stacking in the top lane. That is the way. See how this bottom lane turns out as well, because it's not going to be Zeri Lulu in a free lane this time around against Kaisa Leona with no jungle support. This time it is just going to be an honest day's work down here. The Nautilus taken away, but Life Esports just said, okay, we'll just play support route, which can also have some very nice synergy alongside of the Varus. Doesn't have the point and click in the way that Nautilus does, but still very powerful engage.
Do really trust Humble Life as well to be able to consistently find backline access, get on top of Teddy. They have been one of our best teamfight teams. As Rascal does take a little bit of a gamble there, but it does end up working out. Really, the only team that I think out teamfights them 10 times out of 10 is either Gen G, because they're just Hanwha but better, which is funny because there's 3 members of the old roster. But that is really how it feels. Or T1, but they don't really teamfight, they just beat you down, so you never get a teamfight ever. Also, we have confirmation from G-Sun that it is in fact Jax saying that he's back. So it should have been him, not Cassante.
Well, maybe I said it ironically because he was going up against Jax. You ever think about that?
No, that's I'm very sorry. I should have.
That's not why I said it.
That's me. No, hey, I don't have any evidence that you didn't mean that, Veldas. So that was presumptuous.
We can say that that's what happened,
and I apologize.
It's okay. It's not the first time. I'm
used presumptuous.
No. I'm surprised that when we see Cassante take over games so many times in a row, teams will just willfully ignore it. And, you know, those drafts were in certain spots, but...
At least Senna didn't make it far, so we get to play the game.
We've learned that one. That one took a little bit less. Teddy was just, you know, wandering into the river, decided he was just going to use this wall here to dash away, but then they said, we're not going for you, Teddy, at all. We're just going to engage on the Nautilus. Ends up working out nicely.
It's a good poke to come through from Yehu. Has not been able to keep up with the farm as much as I think he would like to. As Rascal, he's slowly showing to start signs of being back, which I'm really happy about, because I missed good Rascal And we didn't get to see a whole lot of them last year, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time the player just kind of goes into hibernation when he's on a team that is really struggling, but individually just hasn't looked that good up until recently, and slowly we're starting to see good old 2022 Rascal.
Yeah, and you know the games, or the game rather, the game 3 that they played in their last series, when he popped off, he was playing Jax. So
Yeah.
maybe just feeling really comfortable with this one, as we are not going to curse him.
No, sir.
Just not able to do much about that.
Definitely not. Little worried there, Veldas. I thought he was going to walk into the wave and die the moment I give him any form of praise.
And Hololive Esports, meanwhile, they have this Rel in the support role, which is kind of funny because she can just come down here and smite the dragon, even though she is a support Rel. Or at least just help out in the damage. So securing this Drake is very easy. 3 first buffs did go over to Sponge, who has just been full clearing the entire game. And just having a great time of it, as have the rest of the players on the Rift.
A thinking man's game, Veldas.
Yeah.
Slow and steady, with every move carrying the utmost weight.
Every little maneuver.
A chess-like back and forth.
Yeah.
Any second now, it'll cascade into a beautiful, I don't know, things happening. There's not enough game, Veldas.
A beautiful cascade of cascade. No, I think that we could have seen Peanut try to get aggressive on the bottom side. I wouldn't have minded seeing some of that, rather than just, you know, letting Zeri chill out. Could have also seen Sponge, you know, he has hit level 6 here. Might try to get on top of Peanut, as the smite is going to go the way of the Sejuani. Sponge here, ult comes down, and Peanut is in a lot of trouble, and he's alone. First blood given over to Yehu, just like that.
Peanut, you're a level down from the get-go. And you don't have prio in either of your lanes.
To be fair, you didn't see him in the bush.
Yeah, but I do feel like he was like, I can stand my ground. A little bit too much.
Definitely, once he found himself caught up in it, there was no real escape, I guess, so he was just like, well,
yeah,
maybe I get the scuttle, but didn't smite it. Sponge just got everything.
Should have been a bit of a giveaway, though, when you see the Jax. Like, yeah, I guess with level advantage, wasn't really a way for him to get out. Peanut.
Well, that's a good start for you. I mean, getting a free first blood. He's already looking pretty good in the lane against Zeka. To be fair to Zeka, you know, we talked a lot about how might have to hold that thought as Rascal down a counter-strike, and Peanut is here. He is just going to flash away with that ult, and Peanut will not be able to hold him down. So there you go. Rascal will get away from danger.
Successful gang from Peanut. Will be able to get the flash out of the checks. Might set up for a good subsequent play. Also, as Poppy in particular, getting flashes out is always really nice, because Jax still can flash on top of you, even if you do have your status presence. That is not going to be a risk. Downside of that, obviously, that Peanut is going to fall even further behind, as Sponge truly has just been power clearing through his jungle. Has really building up.
That's all he's done.
Yeah. Well, I get to kill him, Peanut.
So he got it. We actually did a space segment where we just followed Cuz's farm path and how he got like 20 CS ahead.
Love
and it was basically doing this, just full clearing into objective, full clearing into objective, full clearing into kill, and then he's just back to like full clearing, and it's so efficient that you get 20 CS ahead.
And right now, he skipped his Krugs, which were up, because he wants to be on the next cycle of Grubs. So he's just going to run straight to Grubs now. There is absolutely zero way that Peanut gets to contest, because Peanut is currently clearing his Grub.
Yeah.
That's just 3-6 Grubs coming out from Sponge, all off the back of that one kill in the jungle. Pretty nice.
It's 6 Grubs for the team. It's 6 Grubs for him as well. He gets all this XP, all the gold. Well, maybe
the lights here.
Maybe not 6, but
it might still be. We see Plata roaming as well. Don't think they can actually contest. I don't think they want to contest this.
Oh, he just picks up a ward, and then he goes back to the Grubs. So efficient.
And you know what? The moment these Grubs are done, you know what he's going to be doing? clearing his jungle.
It's going to start from the Gromp.
Oh, man.
Or maybe the enemy Raptors. They are available. I don't know if he
Raptors?
knows about that. Could also you look to utilize his ultimate ability that is off cooldown now, although he is immediately spotted.
All right, he's wasting precious time, Veldas. I'm getting... Okay, there we go. Back to farming.
Back to farming.
Love jungle pathing.
And of course, Peanut, you know, he was doing a lot of full clearing himself, but he did go down. He also wasted some time in the top side. As Rascal's in a lot of trouble here, he's just clearing the wave. He knows he is mostly dead.
Unless?
Although he's going to hop away, and now we got a Sejuani coming in, and all of a sudden, this could be turned around. It's the permafrost. Not going to matter to Cassante, but it does mean that Jax and Rascal, they do survive.
Ooh, could have maybe looked for an angle to kill there as well if they wanted to play it a little bit more risky. If Sponge invests his Q and you get the double passive proc of Permafrost, could have been enough. But if Doran still has his W, then that's just never happening. I'm not 100% certain if that was available. Oh!
Nice try, Pleta.
I am happy he went for it, even though it was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta.
It's a missed skill shot.
It's
but
Hack Flash.
The play is fine.
Well, he has Hack Flash now. No, it was a normal.
Yeah.
No, it definitely was. But he has Hack Flash available, so. And, hey, DRX, if this game goes relatively even into the mid to late, I think you'll struggle with Humble Life because they're really good at team fighting, but your comp is great.
Yeah, maybe, you know, a bit of
Yeah.
confidence building from the last series that they did win. Rascal feeling better. Teddy on a carry, a hyper carry of Zeri. Maybe they'll find the angle. It's not Chemtech Soul for the first time in my entire life.
Oh my god.
Infernal Soul.
Oh, Infernal Soul with some of these threats. Love to see it. It's always fun. I love Infernal Soul. Everyone is so fast as well. Just running around the rift, picking up fire. Which I don't know how that works thematically. I guess you run very quickly when you're on
Fires.
embers.
Yeah.
Well, no, because you're walking on embers, right? That's gonna hurt. You gotta speed it up.
I'm sure that's part of it.
Thematic consistency really is the most important thing in my video games, fellas.
Yeah.
Know that.
Certainly. Especially because, well, nothing's happening, so talking about thematic consistency is also important to note, since we have the time, you know.
How are you doing, fellas?
I'm doing great.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah. Things are good, you know, just hanging out.
Had some banana bread?
Had some, yeah, it
That was
great.
awesome. Yeah.
Nice and soft. Ate a burger as well.
Nice.
Just feeling in my zone, you know, unbothered.
Where's my banana bread? Jason asking. It's a very good question. I didn't make it myself. My partner made it, so I could.
The real streamer.
Could bring more maybe. I don't know. It's probably going to be done by the time I get home.
Pleta is getting very close with every hook.
Next time,
none of them are actually hitting the targets. And it's important when you're playing Nautilus to land the Q. That's what I've learned in my time. Been casting this game a while.
He has grown old and wise in his time.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about the zoning though, Valdes? What about the fear you strike into your opponent's hearts when you...
Oh no.
Hey, that's just more vision, man.
It's just more gold for Hanwha Life Esports. Peanut's like, yes, thank you. Might look for a play. Delight certainly wants to force something, but pretty difficult onto the Sejuani that is well farmed, well fed.
DRX are doing a whole lot of not that much, and they are falling behind in CS and in plates, which have of course now dropped. I echo their sentiment that they skill pretty well. You have Rascal in the 1v1, you have Teddy with the support of a Karma as well, but I just wouldn't risk it against Hanwha Life, trying to just go into the mid to late game on even footing. I don't think that's how you do it. Maybe killing Peanut though!
He is pretty fast, and they're not going to chase into the jungle as we do have Teams of Corruption trying to slow down Pleta. That's a big two-man ultimate coming in from Delight, going to catch one. And now the chase onto Sponge, who does flash away from a big Keeper's Verdict. Could have kept him around for longer, so overextending their nice response from Hanwha Life Esports.
The peanut that died in the river earlier, not the same peanut that stands before you. Easily able to stay alive. Oh, Teddy.
Uh-oh. Caught pretty deep into the Sejuani's face.
Doran?
And so Doran's just gonna run away. He's like, wasn't that cool when I pressed my R button? And then ran away.
Yeah.
Couldn't lock me down because I was Cassante. Haha.
It doesn't matter because Zeka is 1v1ing Rascal. I'm not too sure about that lane assignment. He has his Nashor's finished and he's 50 CS up, as well as 2 levels, so they just lost a bot lane turret for no reason. Take another look. Peanut unbuttered by the attempted engage.
Unbuttered?
It just doesn't care. Unfortunately for
Like no
Plata,
butter?
yes.
Oh.
There's no butter for Peanut. As I don't know where it went. I don't know if he used it in his banana bread, but he doesn't end up going down. Great extension there in the play from Delight. And fortunately for Viper, yes, Plata hooks away, but he still gets the chains, meaning that Plata does end up going down nonetheless.
And like you were saying before, Chronicler, it does feel like things are just kind of leaking, you know? It's like a leaky faucet, you know, one drip at a time.
They really are.
One slow drip at a time.
It's like, oops, a wave here.
Yeah.
Oh, a turret there.
Half a turret, and then a quarter turret, and then I finished the turret. Now I've got my Azir turret up. I'm getting this plate. I'm getting that objective. We got this kill onto Pleta that one time. DRX started off well, but you know, if you're not very crisp about really enforcing the lead that you built for yourself, it can just kind of fall away from you.
They're just getting punished in the rotation every single time. All the cancel.
Okay.
That's quite big.
4v4, potentially 5v4, as Engage comes in once again from Delight, but that's only on Sejuani. Peanut's going to miss his keeper's verdict, but so will the hook go wide as this 4v4. You see Doran is trying to stop his TP into this fight and should eventually be successful. If he just keeps following him, Rascal might
But he doesn't,
be able to...
does he know? The TP!
Oh, this is going to come in the TP once again, as it will come down to a smite fight eventually. Big sweep from Zeka, but the damage is there for DRX. And now Teddy has his moment to dash forward and totally sweep up the rest of Homolife Esports. It's a triple kill, and you can stamp that Zeri moment immediately. Teddy is 3-0.
Get Wolf on the phone! Stat! We know he's in the space! We need to stamp! Zeka! It's just... It's like, oh, well,
drops after that
like,
one.
Well, guys, this is going to be a longer and tougher game than we thought. Even without Rascal getting the TP off, after trying to get rid of Doran for so long.
Did Doran eventually stop him, by the way? Or did Rascal actually get in there?
No, Rascal did not TP. It didn't work out because, like our earlier game today, it's a little bit silly. We go in aggressively. Hooks are missing. Chains are hitting, but it doesn't matter. But crucially, the health bars on DRX stay pretty good. And you see the hesitation as well from our life here. And then Peanut gets taken very, very low. Plata actually with a really, really good job getting onto the enemy backline. Finds the CC, and then Teddy living his best life. Untouched in this fight as Zeri. The fact that they didn't even need Jax.
So we gotta watch. I was watching the minimap that whole time.
It was so funny.
Just watch him chase him all the
like,
way into the river. He ghosts! And just ults and runs away.
Neither of us gets to join!
Yeah.
Neither of us gets to have fun! 0-0-0
and
0-0-1.
Unfortunately, as we know now, maybe you should have just let him TP, because I don't think it would have changed much. They still would have lost the fight.
No, he would have gotten the turret for it instead.
Yeah, he would have been able to like get top positioning, but either way.
Done. This is they remember up. Guys, just let it go. They remember up. It's fine. Just get the turret.
DRX, you're in a good spot. It's fine.
Sponge!
Sponge! No. What? Okay, well, he flashes away. He lives. Okay. He could have stolen it.
He just had to go.
It was a good hustle.
Lil Bobby trying to get the Herald. Don't have to, kid. Just let it go. Just let it go. The sponge in him said yes.
But the Bob is telling him no.
The Bob is telling him no, Valdez. No. Oh, Teddy might go for the BT or Black Cleaver build rather. So I've seen that before. Into double front line. Kind of love it. Triple front line, arguably, but Delight is going for a more supportive build with the Zeeks. He was also the one who picked up Herald, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
But right now, Valdez, they're up 2k gold. They have a fed Zeri. And I imagine every DRX fan is like, oh, come on, guys, please. Just keep it together for long enough. FearX got a win. Why not us?
I mean, Teddy, he's trying to play for his 300th win in the LCK.
Yep.
And I know that sometimes we love to celebrate it a bit more than some of the players. I'm not sure how Teddy feels about it personally, but maybe we'll get to hear from him. If he can win in 2 games and maybe get an interview, might end up happening that way. But
ooh, BT instead, it looks like, for Teddy here. So just going for the maximum amount of damage available to him. Not going to be able to really get through these health bars, though. Zeka still on the PvE. That's the value, Varus. That ult doesn't have a cooldown.
oh, it's already back.
It kind of is.
Feels
yeah.
that way.
It's level 11 as well. So
Yeah.
Level 2 on the ult.
It is quite short in that one. But yeah, Hollow Life Esports really have to be careful about diving very deep into Karma Zeri, because they're really difficult to hold down. Like, I'm sure the space, if they do a highlight on that fight, they're going to show, like, okay, well, Peanut and Delight went so deep to try to lock down Teddy and Yehu. Yehu flashes, Teddy dashes, and then you're down ults, you're down engage, and they barely burnt anything. And the DRX were able to get the follow-up fight afterwards, so really got to be careful about that. Might have just been some overconfidence from our quote-unquote better team, at least
well,
standings.
They're 9-2. I think we can say that normally they are the better team. In this game, though.
In this game, though, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Right to have some reservations, Valdez.
Who's playing better right now?
In what way? It matters, you know? Because it can be like in a macro sense, when it comes to team fighting, when it comes to individual performance. There's a lot of parameters there.
We've only had one team fight.
Yeah, which was won by DRX. So
yeah, so I guess they're playing better.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Oh, it's Castante. Everybody run as fast as you possibly can. They're not going to threaten him. And Rascal, he's been pretty good about just kind of sitting in the side lane and not being too bothered. Yeah, who's got to be pretty careful.
Man.
It's Karma.
Look at that. Thorin, building only armor items, still doesn't take damage? Who could have known? Wait, Rascal. Oh, boy.
On the flank, but they might just be able to flank him as he gets knocked up into the Varus and dies. So the flank doesn't last for very long.
Don't do it, Sponge. We learned from last time.
Sponge.
Guys.
He's got that bob in him. He might just do it.
He's not.
He's gonna run.
It's
away.
fine. They could lose Nash if he does it here. Yeah, and dies.
Doran, he is unfettered. I don't know why I chose that word. He's just gonna run away. And you see that DRX 4v5 really trying to set up in mid. I don't know if this really works.
They are down a couple of ultimates, but he can just ult the wave. Really another zoning hook. Bleda really striking the fear into the hearts of Hanwha. That's soul point though. Really big win for Hanwha Life, as they do get themselves to infernal soul points.
Keeps getting so close. Everyone is like hitting the model, but not actually hitting the hitbox.
Which normally never happens with Nautilus.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
It's got a little lollipop on the end for sure, but it's just not landing for some reason. He's got to recalibrate after game 1.
I, for one, think it's cool that Rascal is showing us the dangers of flanking. We always only talk about the advantages. Oh, he got a sick flank. But this is what can happen if you don't flank responsibly. You just end up getting blown up.
Yeah.
Get found out. Yeah, they use 3 ultimates on you, but... Or 2, I think. Zeka's and Vipers, but it doesn't really matter. There's no angle for your team to then go in. Now every Drake fight is a must-win for DRX.
Yeah, it definitely is. And their first one looked good, at least.
Okay.
IE for Teddy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know.
He's taking some risks, but
Kinda has to.
He says, okay, I'm the hyper carry in this one. I'm going to try to deal as much damage as I possibly can. And he might pay in terms of some survivability going for this instead of like a BT or a Black Cleaver that you mentioned
just
before.
started. Just started DRX.
Hey, you've got a Zeri with IE. She just got it.
Force a TP from Zeka. Wouldn't be bad. Could work. There's an angle.
Okay. Teddy about to engage on this one. Thinking about it.
That's not Teddy.
Decides against it.
He wouldn't do that to us. He wouldn't Zeri in the middle of 5 people.
Well, he's certainly looking for the angle with his team. There's no vision right now on this one. They're going to engage on a Peanut. He's in a lot of trouble. 100-0 maybe, but not quite, as Peanut will flash away and does survive to live another day. But DRX, now they get that big pick onto the jungler. They don't take him down, but...
Oh, if they got that cancel there with Teddy's W, that would have actually been absolutely massive. Could have led to them at very least.
I think they could have started the Baron, though.
Yeah, now they can't anymore.
Now
there was an angle there, which we knew. They did not go for it. It's going to be the end of it. We do see, as mentioned, Peanut is not going to go that down that quickly anymore. There's also no one that actually does damage to tanks.
Yeah.
There's no armor shred, or no MR shred, rather.
Yeah, we saw in the first series, KT had this comp with the Rumble, right? Sponge, I'm going to hold that thought. He's in a bit of trouble here. He's trying to run away from the Karma.
Yehu, yeah.
Just to save Yehu, and you know what?
Dash?
He's going to flash over. Dash is over as well. They find Viper! Jesus, how did they find that angle?
What's happening?
I don't think it's going to matter, though. There's a lot of low health bars here on the side of DRX. Rascal not able to join, and they're just going to knock Yehu away. That is a dead support, and Sponge might just be following here as he is on a merry jaunt into the enemy jungle.
Run, Bob, run! He's dead. He's gone.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the DRX jungler. So a very, very strange position on the map there. But now Hololive Esports a chance to start up the Baron.
Rascal, Yehu, and Teddy gonna try their hardest. I don't see this succeeding though, but looks like they're gonna give it a go. Maybe Teddy can find a miracle. Is it gonna be enough?
I mean, there's a chance. There's a lot of ults available, though. We still got All Out as well. Tries to flash on in, and that's a big burst on a Viper immediately. But Yehu is going to get isolated as well, as now the ult comes in, the All Out from Doran. But very nicely peeled here from the side of Rascal. Teddy's got a little angle, and now Hololive Esports running away from them, as that is a nice stunt to come in. Pleta, he's going to finally hit a hook. He gets one onto Doran, and he continues to fight his down to Teddy. And a massive divide comes in from Zeka, perfectly timed to win the fight for Hololive.
They were so close, Valdez! Almost DRX pulled out the miracle win. Sponge, I'm so sorry, my man, but you don't have...
Dragon.
You don't have the damage. You can't do it alone.
Wow.
Truly, again, a game for the silly. Yes, Sponge is on vision, but there's also just Yehu heading towards the top side of the map. Very quickly they realize how many people truly there are here, and even with all the damage that they throw into Sponge, it doesn't actually matter that much. If they TP a little bit earlier and they kill Viper here, which actually looks like it almost might have happened, that could have been the end of it. Instead, the chase comes through, they're able to take down Sponge eventually. And that's where it gets kind of... the game goes off the rails a little bit. As we get the full chase down for the Bob.
They just got Infernal Soul, by the way, but we do have to lighten a really awkward spot here in the front. He's taking a ton of damage as now the Zeri with the ults here onto Poppy, but it's not quite enough, and now Pleta's being kited out. Doran gonna get on top of him. Down will go Sponge as well, and Teddy is left alone. That might just do it here for Hololive. They take the Baron, they take the Elder, or not the Elder, we've had too many Elders today, the Infernal Soul, and now we'll look to push into that bottom lane.
This one has got a sting for DRX because it feels like it was within grasp, Valdez. They were so close, they just couldn't figure out the combination. And now Hololive have Infernal Soul, and they're probably about to end the game.
It's looking pretty likely, especially with the Baron, but a ton of damage coming out from the Karma. The Mantracu's doing a nice job. Rascal gonna catch the wave behind. What was that, Zeka? Not 100% sure, but trying to just frontline for the team, perhaps? As a bit of damage going into that Nexus turret. Rascal with a big flank, immediately just gonna get blown up. Does not exist this Jax. Not this time, says Humble Esports, as another route is going to go into Sponge here. A lot of low health bars on the side of Humble Esports. Might consider backing away, but Viper looking for the angle. Teddy going to get over the Nexus. As now we do have the engage coming in. Nicely done from the side of Doran. Bit of burst coming out once again from Yehu, but they create enough space and they should be able to just take down the Nexus. How about a nice little flip for the bonus KDA? And that'll be 1-0 for Humble Esports.
Truly a game of all time. DRX, they fight valiantly, but then with Sponge getting caught, somehow they're making it look close. They almost take down Humble Life in the Baron pit. Zeka turns it around. They get the soul, and then the game just kind of ends. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I'll leave the rest of the space. I don't want to take away the full analysis of this game.
Yeah, I don't really get how that one devolved that quickly. Just one guy out of place on a ward.
We had a lot of fun with this one. I think DRX, they keep up the positive momentum. Like, yeah, they lose the game, but DRX actually trying to do a decent job and matching Humble Life to a certain extent. That was unthinkable 2-3 weeks ago. So credit to them. Actually getting a win, though, that's a whole nother thing. And it looks like Humble just a little bit too good to let that happen.
Yeah, they had their own set of silly moments in this game, but eventually the gold difference graph fell off a cliff into the red. You can see that Zeka did an insane amount of damage in this game. He did go the damage as your build, and he utilized it to a crazy amount. And you see Teddy and Yehu